I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is February 13th, Thursday, 2025. Hope you had a good day. And what did we tell y'all? So did you watch yesterday's video? Yes, I know it's 3.5 hours, but I'm literally giving you super fire. But this video was made on the 11th. Talked about coming into that today's to the week's current gap and then bouncing up. And sure enough, we are doing that right now. We are literally clearing these highs right now. So beautiful. How do they do it? You're going to get sick when I show you these trays. I mean, I was so in sync. I was so on point. I'm very proud of myself, but I did drop the ball hard in one place. So, what's it called? So we continued to push up last night. See that? And then I talked about this. If you watched yesterday's video, which I'm sure many of you didn't finish it, but there was in the video, I'm talking about coming back to these equal lows right here. So what did they do? They used it as support first. They pushed up, and obviously they came to sweep. Well, they didn't sweep that previous week's high, but they came up and they swept the actual bearish imbalance. This was like giving you the fucking play today. Watch this. So we sweep, and then obviously I'm waking up I'm ready at 8:30. Why am I ready at 8:30? Because it's Thursday. I generally sometimes don't, but I had a feeling that I would need to this time. I'm glad I did this time because I was able to catch this bitch. But during the week, I will not really ever trade before 8:30 at 8:30 ever, unless it's CPI. So let me make sure I said all that. Or it's, FMC and I'm ready, right? But anyways, this projection here, you can see it comes down to 2 to 2.5. I used this swing here, and we were already there. But what's there? We're at 50% of the fucking bearish imbalance. We've been coming up to it, rejecting, coming up to it, rejecting it, respecting the 25%, the top 25%, the 50%. So the 50% is where you see this happening right here. You see that? Fire. So what did they do though? They swept these lows right there, all so gently. You see that? So because I saw that, I was like, okay, we're good with the bottom side. And then 8:30 comes out. So 8:30 shoots the hell up. I'm not involved with any of this. Shoots up, then it shoots down. I'm not fucking buying that, first of all. Shoots down, and then it tags that low. And I was telling myself, like, bro, no way. So it was an instinct. It was just literally split decision, and I pushed the button. Was that smart? No. But what's the understanding here? The understanding is that I'm expecting them to wipe out some liquidity to the bottom side, to leave that there. I want to make this video short, but let me see if I can. I can't believe they fucking did it today. I should have just took that motherfucking buy. Here you see this low, it does a pretty good job of getting in here. But the thing is, when 8:30 drops it after pushing it up and drops it, now I know that's a data high. So once this 8:30 candle closes, then so you got to pretend like the wicks aren't there. Once later, the price action, which I'm jumping around, but hold on, this pushes down, and I'm like, okay, we just tagged that, and I take it. Again, I don't. The only thing I have going for myself is I understand that they're trying to get this breakout level. So obviously they're trying to tag these people before they go up, right? And by here you're like, you quit, right? So it's kind of like a 3 drives thing is what I'm trying to say, but they're just working this area. But I was sort of surprised that it worked so well. But I understand that I'm in these last down candles, like on the 15-minute. So we're just using it as support. But anyways, so that being said, I do get filled and it's beautiful. So what am I doing here? We push up, we get into this wick, we have failed high, but it's a fake bull flag. I mean, it works for the moment. It's a bull flag. And I understood that we were going to sweep this high, so then we can now push up and get to, my goal is obviously the high of the Asian session, because that's the higher high. So we higher low down here. You see the bodies all respecting, right? And that's why I was like, yo, hold it, when I made that long ass video and I was all pissed off and all that, which was, my apologies for getting crazy. It's kind of embarrassing. I should have not been that fucking mad like that. So I humbled myself again. But anyways, so you see, this is just a higher high, right? So we broke that high and we swept. Now I'm talking about this shit. I'm talking about this area right here. So anyways, that's a higher high. So then where's the higher low? Well, you're retracing down. We got the higher low. Now, you were thinking if it was going to come deeper. Yeah, possibly could. But guess what? That 50% is like stone floor. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I understood that we were higher highs, higher. We were making a leg from here to up here was going to be higher high and higher low. So that was my logic. Really, the goal for this trade was to sweep this and get into the 3.5 to 4, which was, I'm projecting. You can't see it here, but let me see if I can. So you can see that. Oh well, yeah, I showed it already. You can see this last downswing. So push up, push down, break. Right. So I'm measuring that. It's like pretty much like the 15-minute, but I'm including the next wick. Anyway, so this is just if you look at it on this time frame. So I understood that, and the liquidity is sitting right here. Right. So I have to say all this so I can frame the rest. So here, super overbought, super happy with the trade, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna sell. Why? Because we got into it 3.5 to 4. So I'm like, this is gonna sell. And I understood that when the 9th. So remember, trend line. Look at this classic bull flag. So I was like, when we pushed up, I'm like, this is a breakout level here. So I'm like, they're gonna come back to the first imbalance. So my idea was to, on a 30-second, wait for a change of delivery, and see a sell program kicking in, and then catch the sell to come down into here. And that's what I fucking do. You can't see it on the 1 minute, but you'll see it on the 30-second. I'm going to show you the 30-second just because of the fact that, so you don't think I'm crazy or lying. I don't know. Whatever the fuck. This is a 30-second, right? Yeah. Here. So you see this? So I'm waiting for these two candles. I'm expecting these. Let me say it that way. I'm expecting these two candles right here to break. Boom. All right. And then to come down into here. So that's how I got filled where I got filled. So 939.5. Now I'm making this video way too long. So I end up getting, so I don't wait for it, but I'm assuming it pretty much to explain it that way. On a smaller time frame, you could probably see it. I can't go into this. This is too much shit. So there's the sell. So the logic is I got it projected wrong at this moment when I was, it's not that off, but I meant to put it on the low here. But I just put it on the candle, but I wanted to use the low. Because on the 30-second, you could see what I just showed you. So anyways, I projected it, and it came to 2 to 2.5, right? So I screenshot it here, and then the motherfucker sinks, dude. I was like, what? Crazy. So that was, I'm talking about right here at this moment here. So very common sense. So, but the thing is this is higher high, higher low. Okay, this is very simple, higher high, higher low. When this A30 pops up, it made a new high. So this leg, I'm talking about this leg coming up, just one direction. But in that direction, we have this high we made, and then we retrace down for a higher low, which is going to be from, so higher low, higher high, higher low. And they love to make that other higher low taking out liquidity internal. So you can go back test that right there, and it's phenomenal. So, but that's why I understood what was happening here. So that was a higher high to higher low. Then here, this is the higher low. We made a higher fucking high. So I was selling back down for a higher low. this was my area of where I wanted to go. I didn't really I wasn't looking for anything more than this. But I also understood that the opening range gap is here. We have, look at this trend line right here. See that, this bear flag? Plus you have this imbalance here. Plus these last two down candles. And that's where it fucking went. Look at this. So it came down. This is the next trade. I mean, I was all over the market today, but I'll show you where I dropped the ball. And I was just flowing with it. This is not me trying to over trade. This is me trading the way I see flow. And if you watch yesterday's video, you know, I'm literally counting the moves before they happen, and I did it today. So anyways, this just rolled right through. So I mean, it wasn't even I couldn't even get out. It was just rolling. I was like, okay. So couldn't screenshot any of that. But so then what do? We sweep this, right? We get to more of the opening range. We have the imbalance. Obviously, you can't miss that. That's at the 50% level of that. And plus, we have the top 25% right here. The top 25% of the bearish imbalance. You see how we came down and we smacked. We're literally smacked. Look at the body is sitting right on it. All right, so when I'm taking this trade, I'm understanding that this is a higher low. Higher high, higher low from that higher low, right? Very basic, but they do all this to create internal liquidity. That's basically what I was just saying about this trade here. It's fucking gorgeous, dude. I end up taking the trade. I take it, boom, it's fucking gone. Plus, what do we have? Forget the wicks. Look at these two down candles. You drag that the blue line, it's the same damn level. So all that's happening at the same time. Plus we're extended. The 3.5 to 4 is here, but I did that. Well, I'm not even gonna go there. It's fine. I could have used. I'm not gonna go there. Just this. You didn't even need it. It didn't matter. This was enough, right? So I took it. Fucking beautiful. So then guess what? Higher high, higher low. For this leg from the higher low to the higher high. So I got projected this down candle. You see the 1 to 1 and a 1.5 here. And then, so I have the first imbalance dragged out. We're going to use that later. Well, I'll have this bearish imbalance highlighted here. So what do? We push up. When we push up right here, keep in mind, I have that previous week's high in the green level right here. All right. And we came up so close, we didn't hit it. So I was like, nah, we're definitely going up. So I held. So it retraced down. It retraced down. I had to allow that because I know we're sweeping this. I know we're coming for this gap. This is actually where I'm trying to go, but I'm playing this smooth. So move 1, move 2 down, move 3 right here, move 4 down, move 5. And I expected 5 to pretty much hold, but watch how I took the profit and got back in. But I allowed this move here. I'm just talking about right here, from here to here to here. All right, so I had to, when it broke this high, I just said I'm still holding. So it retraced back deep. First, it retraced all the way till this bearish imbalance, and then this candle decides to hit 50%. Look at that. So very beautiful. And then I'm highlighting the last down candle with this wick. If you see here, it's 2 to 2.5. That's why I got it highlighted right there. And you see the stop is moved. It's a beautiful trade. I'm already have murdered it. So I'm like ready to, I'm like, whatever, I'm kosher. So then, so this is a breakout level. Now, what do I expect to do? How many times that, have you traded or in general speaking, you want to, it's going to keep riding up, but you want to secure your profit. So what I do is I take this profit, I wait for it to do a retrace, bounce on this level area. What do we also have? It's that imbalance sitting right there, plus the high that we just broke through, and you buy that. And that's fucking what I did, baby. That's what I did. So what did it do? I just showed you that I took it out here. Then it retraced down right into that imbalance. I didn't even have to mark it. Look at that breakout level, beautiful right there, and I tag it. Now, if this failed, I would have been done. But I was like, nah, I've seen this 1,000 times. So remember, move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4 down, and then move 5. That's why I got it highlighted here. Now I was like, let me just write it down. Move 5 is up. So it bounced right there, and then sure enough, it started these little ass candles trying to be incognito. This is what they do to try to be incognito. And then they push up right to my fucking target, baby. Right to that high. Now, I didn't expect to take out that. I don't care because I trailed it. If it went, great. If it didn't, I don't care. I trailed it. So then I ended up smacking these bitches here. I ended up getting stopped out. Perfect. Now let me tell you this. I was done after this, but I was like, you know what? That's move number 5. I'm like, let's get number 6, right? So I was trying to sell this, and they stopped me out. I was like, you bastards. So see right here, I'm screenshotting that right here. Oh, before I get there, also, you can see that I have the 2 to 2.5 right here. You see that? See how I measured this? So the 2 to 2.5 is here. And then I measured that down candle. You can see the 3 and the 4 here. And then the gap. Obviously, that's key. And do you have that gap on your chart? Yo, so let me tell you something. You think buyers and sellers brought it right to this gap right here and then sold it off like that? Yeah, okay. So, and just so you know, a little tidbit. If you didn't have the daily marker here in the middle, down here, you see this little daily marker that I got? If you didn't know what day it was, do you think buyers and sellers were able to keep the structure the same way, push it up, and then retrace it back, and then push it up? You think that means it's predetermined? That means when this fucking day opened, they know exactly the same. If you didn't know what day it was on this chart, that flow is still the damn same. How is that possible? All right, so that's a side note. I'm not gonna get into it deep. But anyways, so right here, yo, I tried to sell this. So, and I did. I waited for a change. Well, first of all, I got knocked out, and then I waited for a change of delivery. So we took out these 2 consecutive candles. We came down, and then we popped up right here. Yo, I can't make this fucking up. Yo, this would have been the most epic day on earth, man. Let me tell you. So right here, we push back in, and there's an inversion on the 32nd. I can't make this up. How do I remember that? Because I traded it, and I analyzed it. Where are we? Here. This is how. So there was this. So I understood that we broke the candles on the 1 minute, and then on this on this 32nd, I had this inversion right here. I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm a fucking monster. And I'm realizing every day going on that like I'm just getting so much better. And this is what I caught right here. So I said, okay, when it breaks the consecutive candles, I want it to come back in. Okay, I want it to come. First of all, I took this trade right there, this little candle, this little 10, 50, and 30 seconds. It dipped in, and I was really just trying to get underneath this block, and then it came down, and then it tapped back up higher. I was like, okay. So I'm taking that. I ended up taking this trade right there. Beautiful. And what was my goal here? Well, let me go back to a 1 minute now that you saw that. My goal was this wasn't, at first it wasn't like this. It was like this. So there's the 2 candles right there. And what I did, well, let me move that better. All right. So what my goal was, this was to be move number 6. I already got number 5. Damn near. I got all the moves, right? And I was just trying to come back down here. Why was I trying to come back down here? Well, because it's move number 6. It's a breakout situation. They want to retrace. It's we made a new higher high. So if you look in the 15 minute, we made the higher high here, and we're at the gap. So I was just trying to sell back down for a higher low. That's all I was trying to do. And if you look at the projections here, and by this time I'm damn near done. I've done so well. I really need to walk away, but I was like, nah, just take this out. And it's like, it's all good, dude. And sure enough, I put my stop loss right above this fucking candle, this 1052, and it's dragging. And I'm like, oh, bro, maybe it's just a bull flag, and it works, and it just pushes up more. Because I understood we're coming even higher than this. And look at this candle, this 1108. This fucking bastard wicks me out, and I'm the jerk that put the stop loss literally right. literally right on top of that candle because I entered there. And I was like, if it goes in, because I took a little miniature loss right there. And I was like, if I take another loss, I'm done. And I was just going to walk away because at this point, you never know. I mean, it's already like I've done so much. It can move up. I'm starting to get tunnel vision and lost in the sauce. This fucking asshole right here, it's the same level, but it's like a hair higher, and it wicked me out. And I should have put it up. I should have put it above the inversion here, but I was like, I'm not trying to lose anything. I was just so cheap on it, and here is where I get another opportunity before it dropped. Man, I was so right about doing this trade, and I was like, bro, I'm nailing this. I mean, it is easy. It is easy. I mean, you got the flow, but anyways, so it comes back down. I was like, oh, you fucking assholes! I knew it. Then it came back up. I was like, oh, that's deep, but that's a possibility of a lower high, and I was from that high, and then it broke here. Look how it broke right there, and then it retraced back up, and I was like, oh, I'm like, that's another option. But at this point, I'm like, I'm done. I'm walking away. I'm leaving this shit alone. And that's what I did. I had a 30,000+ K day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. And I'm exhausted. I'm done. So I left it alone. And sure enough, it drops. And I couldn't believe how right I was. And I was like, bro, just listen to yourself and just do it. I mean, I was like, at this point, I felt like I was over trading, but I was like nailing it. So anyways, it comes down. What does it do? 3 drives. 1 drive, that's a lower high right here. 2nd drive, that's a lower high. See this shit right here? And because it took that, that's not a shift. That's the lower high that's protected in this in this retracement. It's a retracement, right? And then look at this shit. When it starts to bounce around this level right here, right? And also, by the way, selling it down here, forget this projection didn't really work out. But if you do the energetic area, which would be here, see the candles are just bullish and they constantly move from there. That we end up coming down to a -1. Look it to the right, pretty much right there. But what was also the purpose? Remember, we've been playing around up and down, stuck in this damn bearish imbalance. We came above it. So don't you think most likely that we'll come back and retest the top of it? I mean, we've been nonstop hitting this bitch in the quad levels of every level for weeks. All right. And then it would make sense to come back to the top of it, right? And that's what we did. So, what's it called? Watch this fire. So my intention for this sell was to come into here to wipe out these buyers and possibly this breakout level here. Then the price does that, comes to this imbalance right here. Everything else is pretty sealed. And then they act like this is ugly price action. This is not looking like a safe buy, but it ended up buying. But when it bought, it has to break that high to be shifting. And it made this just becomes a lower high. Even though that this price action came up here and swept that high very slightly, that's still a lower high from that, right? So this is just manipulation, just to confuse you. And what does it do? It breaks through. So right here is dancing around it. Then it's coming lower. Then it's coming up. And then look at the candles. They start to, and I've seen this a million times. This is a descending triangle, all right? So what they do is they make it look like it's buying and they're trying to accumulate, pretend like it is like support, but it's fake what they do. And then they're flirting with the low and then they fucking rush down. Look at that shit. That was beautiful, by the way. And we came down to the top of the bearish imbalance. Plus we have the gap. See the gap? See the gap right here? Right there. Look at the bodies. The bodies are sitting on also the midnight level. The midnight level is that faint little line right back there. You see that? Can you see that? Starting from the midnight level, you see it's there. It's in the background. And look at the bodies stopping right there. Boom, hitting that right there. And ta-da! Right back to the first imbalance. Beautiful. All right. So that your mindset, like if you're trying to just sell this and get it down to here, it's pretty. Remember, on the 15-minute, we've already made another higher low to higher high. So it's kosher for a higher low. You want to wait for the drives. I mean, I'm not telling you for hold all of this, but dude, I can't believe I didn't get back in because it just scrubbed me twice, and I was like, and then it still stuck here. By then, I was just tired, and I was doing other shit on my phone and some other shit, and just I can't believe I missed this because of the fact that I'm not trying to sound like I'm trying to catch everything, but I was on the money. I told myself, bro, just get in, and it was a fucking tiny loss. It was like $100 or something stupid, maybe $60 or something real stupid, and they tagged me. I was just mentally done. Well, what else did I need? But anyways, I was right. Came back down. I didn't expect this deep though. But you should think of it yeah, it should come this deep. Even if I used a fib of a retail fib, well, you can see that's 50% right there. See that? See that 50%? I'm making this video too long. I can't. I love doing this, but I'm tired of doing this too much. Too much talking. 25 minutes. Then I think this was like Trump going on this time of the day. So that's a higher low. Then what do? After they slammed it, we got to this area. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Come on. Then we push up. All right. And then eventually, when you get this leg from here to here, you're going to get higher highs and higher lows on this leg going up. You see it. You see it. Look at them dragging. Drag. Oh my God, dude. And I was sitting back when this chaos and I was looking because I was also still observing. And I was like, bro, but this was wild. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking straight. And then I was like, this is the higher low, bro. And we're going up to make a new higher high to do what? To now sweep these bitches. And they finally fucking did it, dude. Let me see. Did they tag it yet? Yeah, I think they did. What's the high here? I'm not watching anymore. The high is 22,094. 0.94 and a half. What's this high? 0.93 and a half. We went up by 1 point. We took this out. And we finally got to this 3.5 to 4 projection. God, just fire, bro. 3.5 to 4 here. 2 to 2.5. Center of it's right there. I mean, high confluence to come here. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this for a very long. I've been talking about this since down here. I think, obviously, right? That was last month. So, bastards. So again, I was trying to catch as much as I could of this, but you know, this was good enough, and I made good decisions on all of this. All of this was fire, right? I'm just very impressed with my decision making. But right here, I don't know what possessed me to just quit like that. Like it was just one loss, two losses. I mean, it was literally small, and I think it was just because I was tired and I had got everything I needed. It was still early in the day though, but I tried to catch it, and then this little back and forth, it made me exhausted, and it worked. Their little trick worked. But anyways, I didn't even measure this. Let me fucking move this here. And again, I quit for the day. So just that candle itself. We're in the 2 to 2.5 now. So, wow. 7 moves, bro. 7. So, I'm not even talking about pre 9:30. I'm talking about 9:30 after. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But in reality, it's like 1, 2, 3, right? But the way they made this so shallow here, I didn't expect it to come down here, but it made sense to come down here. I was just happy with this setup coming here. Anyways, I'm talking too much. So now, by the way, dollar is also helping you because we're pushing up and they're coming down. We talked about that. Making sense, maybe getting into here, but in general, they're coming down. So divergence work here. We also, when I pushed the buy for the 830, we swept here, and Dow did not make a sweep. And by the way, that's also a contributing reason why I pushed buy right there. because I understood here. So, and we were already sitting at 50% of the bearish imbalance. So we had support already in play. I was looking for higher prices. So just beautiful. Oh, well, and then we had a divergence here. When that sell came in after that 9:30 and it dipped into that bear flag, we had a gap right here, by the way, on the 5-minute. We had that little divergence right there, and that's when I bought. I also bought that too. So we had higher lows here, little higher lows, lower lows right there. And then at the sell here, when I fucking wasn't able to catch it, we had higher highs here. So I don't know what possessed me to just quit. I was just tired. I think that's what it was. It was just like, it's like enough was enough. It's like, dude, I'm like, and I just didn't want to get stuck into some situation where it came up again and I'm trying to sell that and it came up again. I wasn't trying to get involved in a tilt situation where now I become over trading and I'm starting to get stuck in the market. Like I have to walk away because sometimes it'll just drag me in and now I'm sitting there all fucking day trying to trade. It's like, no. And that's just what happened. So that being said, finally S&P, Dow is breaking up. Again, man, we're bullish, dude. So we broke up, right? Look how ugly this is, bro. What, bro? So why do you want to trade this? Why do you want to trade this? Whoever trades Dow, why do you want to trade this? Dude, if I was trading Dow, I would be fucking pissed. Dude, why do you want to trade this? Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. They made these lows and they never came back. Bro, I would be salty. Look at this. Look how deep it came. This is the reason why I quit trading Dow, is because look at these deep moves. I don't want to see that come all the way back to my entry. And one day I just got fed up. I was like, I'm not fucking with these people anymore. And look how fucking disgusting this is. Why would you want to trade it? They're letting you know they don't want you to trade it. Leave it alone. They leave it alone. It is not the old Dow. Period. S&P, all right. Like I said, bro, we bullish. Similar day, and that's where we are, man. So, and now we're, you fucking bastards, bro. You bastards. I knew it. And I dropped the ball, and I told myself, I was like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, you should be following this higher high to higher low, and then wherever it stops, go back up for the higher low to higher high. But another reason why I left it alone was because it was Thursday, and I was like, they'll leave it here, and then Friday will be like the finale. But now that Friday has accomplished all this, I'm expecting Friday to be a big sell-off. So I'm just letting you know right now, if I highlight this, and this is the low of the week, this is the high as of now. I'm not saying that this is going to be the high of the week. Whenever that does, I want to see it retrace back. Just like the last 2 weeks has happened. Go watch every last Friday video or Thursday video that I'm pretty sure I mentioned it every Friday. And I want to see it retrace 20 to 40%. So let's just say this is the high right now. I would want it to sell off to this level or this level, right? Or because you can see the fib, right? I made this video way too long. I'm done making videos, man. So I want it to retrace back to whatever 20 to 40%, which is going to be somewhere in this vicinity. Let's just say this is the high. I'm not saying this is the high. You get it? So I'm only looking for sells tomorrow. I don't see them really pushing it higher unless they really want to rush for all this. Now we're sealing this imbalance here. So I'm assuming Asia and London's just going to push up, and then I'm expecting a big sell-off coming right back to what I just explained here. And as you can see, NVIDIA also now reaching up, getting into the gap. All this is mentioned. All this was already mentioned. And you guys take care and God bless.